I'm fucking shocked this is the last time I help you move. Oh come on, it's not that bad moving. Are you serious? Do you remember when you moved from Dub's house to fucking Queens? That was miserable. First of all, you conveniently forgot to mention that you lived on the third floor of a building with no elevator, and when I asked you where the elevator was you pointed to the fucking staircase. Well, if I told you the truth you would have never came with me to help, and I knew that once you were there you would not leave, because that train takes 2 hours to get back to the Bronx, so I had you by the balls. Yes, and you made a fine impression on your new neighbors when we were moving your dresser up those godforsaken steps, and one of the drawers flew open and all of your porn magazines flew out in front of some horrified 70-year-olds. Oh please, the whole entire building smelled like cat piss before I moved it. Well, that was because people's cats would piss in the staircase, but was it really necessary to throw your garbage out the window every day instead of just taking it downstairs like a normal human being? If that was really an issue, then Tom, the super, would have done something about it. He built an overhang above the garbage and below your window, and all you did was litter the overhang with your garbage. Well, he deserved it. He charged way too much for rent. That place was a shanty. Is that why every single time the rent envelopes came around you would go around the building stealing the stamps off of each envelope? You must have been in all of your glory and felt like a Jew on Hanukkah. That had to net you at least $9 a month. I swear one of these days, for my own amusement, I'm going to superglue a trail of pennies to the ground by your car and sit there and laugh for hours as you try to pry them off the ground using your greed for stamina. Better to be a rich Jew than a broke spick. You might as well live in a dumpster with your lifestyle. You act as though every time you spend $1 a puppy dies. How did you even get the new apartment? There is no way in hell that the landlord here gave you a referral. He gave me the best referral ever. Think about it. If he gave me a shitty referral, nobody would give me an apartment and I would be stuck living in his building for the rest of my life. Do you really think he wants to deal with my antics any longer than he has to? Plus, I had not paid my rent for the last 4 months and he would have to be really stupid to let me live there forever for free. Aren't you worried that he takes you to court and sues you for the back rent? No, not at all, because if he does try and sue me, I will make his life a living hell. First of all, while he is in the courthouse, I will put sugar in his gas tank. Then, when I go in, I would tell the judge about the time he pushed Alice, the 90-year-old cat lady, down the stairs so that she would move out, since he was mad that she paid next to nothing in rent, since she lived in a rent-controlled apartment. By the time I got done giving the judge the dirt on him, the judge would forget why we were there in the first place. I would get off scot-free, and for the first time in my life, know what it feels like to be a white person. You really have thought this out. I guess you left that place in shambles when you moved out. Shambles does not even begin to describe it. First of all, I left an old shit-stained ripped couch in the old apartment. There were holes in the wall and paint was chipping all over the place. I intentionally clogged the toilet and gave him false hope, because I threw some of the garbage in garbage bags, but I slashed the bottom of the bags so that when he picked them up, garbage would fall all over the place. Finally, to take out my stuff, I pulled the U-Haul truck onto the lawn in front of the building and left tire marks that looked worse than the screech marks in my 8-year-old boxers. However, I must say my new neighbor is very inconsiderate. He plays his music really loud during the day. But don't you blast music all the time? Yes, but not during the day when I'm trying to sleep. I wait till 4 in the morning. He thinks, just because he is hard of hearing and old, that gives him the right to blast Frank Sinatra. Nobody wants to hear that crap. They want to hear me blast good shit like Jay-Z and Nelly.